It's on now, son. The go to the game, baby.
HipHopGamer.
Ready for war, rigid the core, never ignore. Sweating your pores, breathing is off, allergies more. Time is up. I'm back with it, black gifted, bad business, mad lyrics, flash image, brass physics. Don't stop, sick with it, sick of illa. Get you throwing up a lung of liver. That's the type of metaphor to force a healthy temperatures. Richard never get it, their position never ministers. So many make mistakes, and that's the greatest of literature. Picture perfectionist, never resist, being a gift. Cause what I give is 100% of everything I am that you never is.
That's incredible, baby.
Yeah, that's just a little something, you know what I mean? The 660. Who said, yo, what's up? It's the go to the game, HipHopGamer, Hot 97. The 660 is going down right now. PlayStation VR 2, Behemoth VR. We about to play right now. We gonna get right to it, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Woo! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! I told you. Oh, shoot, you saw that? Hold up. Wait, I can't do it.
You can snap. You can snap.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Look, his arm is gone, son. Yo, hold on. Oh.
So that blue spark you got was a parry. Now I would run forward because some cool shit's about to happen.
Alright, let's go. Yo, this is, oh shoot. This game is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, son. Oh shoot. Sir, this, no. Shoot. This is, yo, sir, it's over. It's over. This is unbelievable. Ain't no way this is real, son. Cause like y'all don't understand. Like y'all just, oh, look at all the behind of my swords. Yo, y'all knew what y'all was doing. Yo, I'm telling y'all right now, Eileen knew what she was doing when I got this email. Because she know me. She knew what she was doing. This is unbelievable. This is incredible game development. Oh my gosh, yo. This is brilliant. Look at the detail. Look at the detail, how smooth it is. I love how smooth it is. It's not blurry or nothing. I see everything.
Now throw the axe at him. You just cut him in half.
What? That is insane, son. Oh shoot! Yo, that's so scary. Yo, hold on a second, son. My man, that's scary, son. I know y'all got that. You got that on camera.
Oh, you gotta get up a little closer on.
Hold on.
Oh man.
Oh,
nice parry, dude. Don't forget to use your strength.
Sean and the team, Skydance, don't make no sense. That's how we starting the interview off right now. They don't make no sense, period. How crazy Behemoth is. This don't make no sense whatsoever. So I'm going to tell you right now, anybody that gets the honor and the privilege to receive an email from a lady by the name of Eileen, consider yourself blessed forever. Because when I got the email, I already knew it was something special. But when I got a chance to hook up with my man Sean again, the go to the game HipHopGamer is in the building. And I'm telling you right now, Behemoth is a must have for any VR experience you are looking to experience on PlayStation VR 2. I'm telling you,
It's also
period.
on Steam. It'll be on Quest 2 and Quest 3 as well.
Oh, word? Oh, it's going to be on Quest 2 and Quest 3?
It's on everything. It's on everything. So, and it's the same game no matter what you're playing it on. Like, it's always going to be the same game. It's always going to be running at native frame rate. It's going to be running smooth. Like, it's going to be the real thing.
So let me ask you a question, right? One of the big things that when I first put the headset on and we started to play, one of the things that stuck out to me was how smooth it was. So how much of that is, I mean, obviously the dev team is incredible, but how has Unreal Engine 5 and their tool set and their, game engine made this possible? Like, how did that all work out? Talk to me, dog.
I mean, we've got the Unreal 5 has incredible physics in it. So, like, building everything, like we made Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on Unreal 4, but we did everything from the ground up on Unreal 5 with a brand new physics system. So the physics system is key. The other side of it is, like, we can get amazing performance out of Unreal 5 with a whole lot of graphical effects on, so we can make it look as real as possible. And then the other big thing is, you're playing on PSVR 2, we have the gaze-based rendering. So it's tracking where your eyes are, it's rendering the sharpest image, like where you're looking, and kind of letting everything else de-res where you're not looking. That means we could squeeze all the juice out of the PS5, and you could run on PC Ultra settings the same way you would if you had like a double 4090, a brand new Intel chip with like 32 gigs of RAM and all that stuff. That's what you're getting on PS5. Like, you're getting the PC Ultra experience.
Did you hear what he just said, son? I don't think you understand. No, hold the microphone for a second.
Sure.
I gotta spit a chain on that, son. I gotta spit a chain on that. You don't understand what I experienced. That is a powerful statement. So now, the next thing I want to talk about is just the gameplay functionality overall. Sure. So the physics is insane. You can stab somebody in the head, throw it at them, everything like that. But what I love about it is if you see it, if you think it, you can do it.
Yeah.
So from a gameplay standpoint, how was y'all able to put that together so it can work together cohesively?
Yeah.
So because it's one thing to have a great engine and one thing to have a great team, but for y'all to come together to execute, not everybody can pull that off.
Man.
Talk to me about that experience.
There's a lot of testing that goes into that, because it's like the more complexity you add in, the harder it is to make all that stuff work. But, we have a lot of experience, fortunately. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners was like kind of like the boot camp that the team needed to figure a lot of this stuff out, work out a lot of how these things would work. But you hit on it, man. Like, if you can see it, if you can think it, we want you to be able to do it. The game director, Brian Murphy, likes to say, like, the best compliment we can get on this game is someone saying, "Oh my God, that worked." Like, we want someone to like do something, pick something, be like, "Can I throw this? Oh my God, that worked." Like, the first time that a producer on our team caught an arrow and flipped it around in his hand and then hit the strength and threw it back at someone and went straight through their head, oh my God, that worked. Like, that's the feeling. That's what we want people to take away from Behemoth. So the team built with that in mind, and that's why, like, if we could make something happen by accident, it's not a bug. Like, it's that becomes a feature now. Like, that's something we want to happen.
Do you understand what he's saying? So, like, one of the things that happened to me that blew me away was when I had my shield, right? And then the arrow came into the shield. I took the arrow off the shield, and I was able to throw the arrow. And it's just, oh my gosh, bro. Like see, this is the type of game development and game experience that I'm going to just keep it real. What y'all showed me today is what the fun element of gaming is all about. The sad reality is that the fun element gets mixed in so much with the business element that we lose what we love.
Yeah.
You brought the love back with Behemoth.
Oh, thanks.
Y'all brought the love back, bro. Is that great, man?
We're player first. That's how, like, if you're going to go and make a VR game, you're asking someone to put on a headset, you're asking them to shut out the world, be in your space all that time. Like, that's asking a lot of someone. So if we're going to put someone in, we want them to spend their time. If all you have is 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we want you to go in, have some good times, have a fight, feel like you did something, you got what you want out of it. If you want to keep playing for hours, we want you to keep playing for hours. But, like, no matter what, we want you to come in and say you had fun. So everything that you saw, making sure there's lots of save points around for people.
Yes, thank you for that.
Making sure, like, the way that the weapons work should just feel right. Right? Like, it should just feel like making sure it doesn't take you 65 shakes to make that mess. like it's all got to be player first. Like,
so I got a major question for you, bro. I just came back, I was doing the Bad Boys Ride or Die movie joint. But then there's another movie, you know what I mean? Something that has behemoths in it. Who would you consider a behemoth? I'm talking about Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how much money it'd take, whatever, but have y'all even had those conversations or potentially try to reach out, to the movie studios to license a Godzilla and Kong? Or imagine you got Godzilla fighting Kong, but you got to fight them both too, and they're fighting each other. Like, imagine that with this type of game. Talk to me, dog. Can that work?
If I told you it hadn't crossed my mind, I'd be lying. Because you make a game with giant monsters and giant monster fights, you just start thinking about, like, okay, how much further could this go? Like, this time we're doing, like, kind of God of War meets Shadow of the Colossus. Like, what would be the furthest thing? And I do feel like, whether it would be you as a human trying to deal with Godzilla and Kong in a battle of that scale, or, like, is there a point where we have you as Godzilla, right? Like what would be the thing we would do? Or do we let you be Kong? Let you do a little gorilla tag meets Behemoth, right? Like, so yeah, like everyone on our team, we love the stuff that we love. Like, we love VR, we love games, we love movies, we love it all. So, like, yeah, we have these conversations. If there's a nerdy conversation that you can have while making this game, we've had it.
Yo, okay, cool. Because I really think that should happen. I think the more people that see this game, the Godzilla Kong idea would be crazy. And I believe that people that worked on Godzilla and Kong should play this game to be inspired to potentially partner with Skydance and really make it happen. That's what I truly feel.
You hear that, Legendary?
Facts. So I got a couple more questions, bro, then we'll wrap it up. Now, with a game style like this, in terms of making sure everything works, a lot of times you will see a game, but it's also a precursor to some other ideas that y'all working on. Has multiplayer ever came into your mind with something like this in that VR space? Like, imagine if you went to Dave & Buster's or something like that, and they got those VR spaces, and this is the featured game that can do that. Like, what is your thoughts on, or can the game, the way it is, become something that's successful in a multiplayer space?
Man, I mean, I think a Dave & Buster's version of Behemoth would be awesome. Like, I love, because I want as many people to experience this game. Like, the team made this game to be played. So the more people we can bring, that's why we put it on every platform. It's why we're not Quest 3 exclusive, right? We want you to be on Quest 2, on Quest 3, on PSVR 2, on Steam. Like, wherever you are with VR, if you're at Dave & Buster's, I would love you to be able to play the game. With multiplayer, we've thought about it, we've talked about it. The only reason we don't have it in this version of the game is we really want to focus on having that beefy 12-hour single-player campaign. We really want to focus, there's an arena mode that you can play, like a sandbox mode, where if you are like, hey, I need a break from the campaign, but I just want to go in and fight. Or maybe it's been a bad day, and you're like, I got to take out my aggression on some marauders in the Forsaken Land. You can go into the arena mode, and you can just bang a gong and get it on with endless waves of enemies and gore them, use all kinds of different traps and environmental hazards on them. So we're definitely looking at ways beyond the campaign that we can extend play and give players more time to play in the combat sandbox. But challenges of multiplayer with a game like this, in real life, like if you and I were fighting in multiplayer, I would not be able to parry you and put you into a down state. You're not going to voluntarily like drop your arms and be like, oh, all right, get me. So players would really be getting at each other. And then we also, when you look at something like two-player co-op, man, the number of physics objects that you would generate between, can you imagine two players dismembering at the same time? So there's a lot in the future that I think we'd love to do. But we're pushing it to the limit right now with what single player can do on these platforms. Like, we are packing this thing to the gills so that this will be the ultimate single player action adventure combat experience that you can have in VR.
Wow, this is incredible, man. So we got to wrap up? Oh, volume? Oh, yeah, my bad, because, I get loud. And when you see where we at, okay, so I'll bring it down a little bit. I
get loud, too.
Yeah,
it's not just you. It's the kindred spirits.
Yeah, facts. so I'm going to keep it a little low. So now the next question that I got, this is major. So I came up with the game Genie and Action Replay Max and Code Breaker and stuff like that, right? Now, and at some point in time in the game industry, this get good mentality came in, and where everything got to be difficult. Like, and I don't understand it. I love the Souls games too, do, but no, like, so my point is, there's a company that I'm partnered with, it's called Plitch, right? And Plitch is like the game genie of today, where you can use, you know, infinite ammo and infinite stamina and all these stuff just to play the way you want to play. What are your thoughts on, you know, the cheat code culture, like back in the day with Contra and up, down, down, and like, I would love for that to become a standard again, just as an option. What is your thoughts on that? Because when I was playing the game earlier, as much as I love it, I ain't gonna front, it'd be dope if I had infinite health
God mode, right?
and God mode and just play around, like, you know, and stuff like that, or infinite stamina, so I don't have to worry about the stamina, and I can just play around. What is your thoughts on that? And would y'all think about having it set up where when you start Behemoth, you can push up, up, down, down, and do something and get a code unlocked? What's your thoughts on that, man?
Man, I wouldn't close the door on it. I think we haven't put anything in yet, but it's definitely something that we could think about. I will say, like, I remember cheat culture. I still remember like playing Doom and just being like IDDQD, IDKFA, right? Like just like putting it in, being like let's play the way I want to play. That said, like, what we want to do with this game is make sure that we put in multiple difficulty levels. So like it's a lot to tune, but it's worth it so that we have like, you're going to have people who, this is their 10,000th hour in VR. They love all the Souls-like games. They want to play this super hardcore. We want to have a hardcore difficulty mode, extreme difficulty mode for them where like they're going to get one hit, you know, kills and the, you know, if the boss even touches you, you're dead and you got to start over. But then you're going to get people who are coming in, like I said, I want people who haven't played VR to see this game, to hear about this game, to hear people like freaking out over this game and say like, I want to get in VR and try this, but I don't know if it's for me, and then have someone tell them like, no, there's story mode. You can go in. It's a little more generous with the health. You can go in, you can play, you can feel like it's more for you, you can enjoy the ride. And then you can have a lot of people that want a little bit of both worlds. But like, you know, I would not rule out ever like, you know, the team putting in something wild, like, okay, God, I mean, like, truthfully, that's what we use in our debug mode. Like when we're going into tests, like you can turn on infinite stamina, infinite health. You can fly in debug mode. So I don't know if we're going to put all that stuff in the hands of the users because it's real easy to break the game. And that's like when like QA starts freaking out, like, you mean we have to play this whole game with flight? Like, I don't know if we'll go there, but definitely it's something we would consider. Yeah.
Wow, that's big coming from a big company like this in a big game like this.
Player first.
Facts. I love that, but not everybody's like that. That's crazy. I got two more questions, man. Sure. I would love to know your thoughts, and you know, from a business standpoint and from a fan standpoint, right? But we see Xbox, right, putting so many games on PlayStation now, and then we see the business model of Xbox Game Pass and stuff like that, and like in-game advertising. Would a game like this, like, or just with the way it operates, have you thought about this game being something that people can like advertise in? So so I give you an example what I mean. You got stuff like Game of Thrones and all these other things going on. Imagine if a company said, hey, we want our gear or whatever, or we want to use this option as a power-up in your game. You know, so even let's say the game sold 500,000. You wanted it to sell 1 million, but it sold 500,000. But because of in-game advertising, it wound up doing like 4 or 5 million because in terms of revenue. Are those options on the table, you know, with a game like this, or just the company itself? Because I think this is a new way that, you know, you see with Xbox and Game Pass and stuff like that, that business is growing. What's your thoughts on that?
I think all options are always on the table. I'm a never say never person, but I also think it depends on the game, right? So if it's something that would take you out of the experience, then I would say no, because we don't want to, like you said, like I want to say player first. I want to respect the player, what they want. But you know, if you had a game where it made sense, if you had like a special weapon from a fantasy franchise or something that like became a cool add-on that we could give people, like a skin for your sword that you were like, oh man, that's the sword I don't want to name any swords in case Eileen comes and shuts me down. But like I think that kind of stuff, like that kind of cross promotion, we'd always be into, and like, you know, product integration, that kind of stuff. I definitely don't think we're opposed to it, but especially with something like Behemoth, where you're in a fantasy world, it's just got to fit. Like, it would have to be the fit that comes first. But yeah, if the opportunity came along and it made sense and it was something particularly that the players would be jazzed about, right? If it was like, oh, dude, people are going to be hyped for this, then that's a whole other conversation. If it's like, oh man, people are going to be bummed, they're going to feel like we put a billboard in a medieval fantasy world, we can't do that. But yeah, we definitely wouldn't be opposed to it. And like, like I said, VR is a growing market, so you gotta be pretty aggressive. We're one of the few teams. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's a HipHopGamer interview. These things happen.
These things happen. You're a strong man.
Not very, son. I told you, I'm ripped, man. Fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, fruits and veggies, man. I love it. I love the plant-based life. But yeah, like the goal of the game is to like. It's not a charity. We're a business. We want to run business. We want to make a lot more games and be very successful making it. And I think one of the ways that we want to be very successful is with that player-first mentality. Because I think players know there's so many games now that they're like, this game doesn't respect my time. This game doesn't respect my money. And I want, we want players who come to our games to say like, man, when I get a Skydance game, I get my money's worth. I get more than my money's worth. The value that I'm getting for this game is worth it. So that's number one, always for us.
So, major question. This is Hot 97, bro. So, when you think about the game Behemoth and your player-first mindset, is there a hip-hop artist that you feel would take the soundtrack of what a Behemoth is and bring it on home, where it's like, wow, this game is fire, and I could like rock to it as well? What artist would you rock with or say, I'm gonna sign this artist on to do the soundtrack for Behemoth?
I mean, now it's gonna get personal, so I can't speak for the whole team on this. But I'll say this.
Wait, before you answer it,
Yeah.
it'll be an honor. You gotta rock the chain.
I'll
Normally,
rock the chain.
I have people rock the belt.
Cultural appropriation.
Yo, bro, nah, we don't do that over here, son. You talking to the GOAT, I lead. You understand me? Let's get it. So check this out, son. Check this out, son. You gotta rock the chain. You gotta rock the chain, bro.
Damn, this thing's heavy,
Yeah,
man.
it's very heavy,
Wow,
son.
no wonder you're so strong.
Yeah, son.
You gotta have the neck strength on that.
Look at that joint, that's on spin.
It does feel nice. I want to spin it.
That's fire. Look at the check. Yo, you looking lit right now. You looking lit right now.
You looking so white.
Yo, did I? Yo, well, you know what's so funny? Well, look, Eminem is my favorite, son. That's the GOAT right there. You know what I'm saying? I could drop Eminem bars all day.
Godzilla song?
Oh, yeah. Facts.
Right?
This is Godzilla. But
And Venom.
and Venom.
His Venom song's pretty
This is Venom.
But I'll say,
Yeah, go ahead.
man, all right, if it was on me, I was thinking about a hip-hop artist that I would want. There's two that I would think about. I would think about Danny Brown, the hybrid.
Detroit, Danny Brown.
Danny Brown.
What?
Danny Brown.
What? Yo, so you remember the one of my favorite songs that he did, even though it's not his song, it was a collective, but Detroit verse Everybody.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
Wait, because he was like, going to eat if you really want to better, you go into sleep. And
Man, it's kind of like, when you would hear Eminem in a freestyle, in a cipher, you'd be like, man, Eminem's verse is just different than everyone else's. And when Danny Brown comes in, you're like, you getting it, check. And like, yeah. But like Danny Brown, I think coming in and being the hybrid would be something else, because you would have, you'd have him being able to do like the really hype party angle on it, but then you get into the deeper stuff, and like kind of like the pain and the suffering and and that's the thing about Danny Brown, right? He can do the high and the low, right? Like he can go blunt after blunt, but then he can like take you back to like running wires out the window to get the cable and stuff like. But then I think Killer Mike would be the other. I would say, like Killer Mike, I
mean, he got all the Grammys right now, bro. He just won on them Grammys.
Yeah, he killed his masters. He mentors none. Like when he goes, he's one of one. Like that feels like the Behemoth spirit. That's the warrior spirit, and I feel like Killer Mike is that warrior spirit in hip hop, in music today. That he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't listen to what anybody else is saying. He does his own thing. So those are my answers.
Listen, you better get this game, dog. Like, I'm not even playing with you, son. Like, this game right here, I played it, experienced it. This is unbelievable. But this is the heart and the team's heart that's behind the greatness I experienced today, I really want y'all to experience the same thing. It is unbelievable. Once again, thank you to the team. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ali, you know what I'm saying? The homie in the building, you know what I'm saying? Word up, Ali, I see you. And on that note, we out of here, man. It's the Go to the Game Hip Hop Gamer on your Hot 97 every day. That's my word. The 660. And we out of here, baby. Behemoth, get it now.